Hey guys, Chart Stoppers back with another video. In this channel we take a look at different stocks and map out their key support and resistance areas on their chart. It's important to know these areas before buying any stock, and it's also important to know what kind of a trend a stock is in before you buy into it. Support and resistance is one of the most important things you should know about a stock before you either buy or sell. Also, if you're doing any day trading, swing trading, or options, you're definitely going to want to get familiar with support and resistance. Just to let you know, I'm not a financial expert. These videos are for educational purposes only, but I am here to point out key factors on the charts which do impact the price action of a stock. I also provided a link in the description for Webull. You could use that to start an account and get 2 free stocks. I also provided a link for Robinhood. You could use that to start an account and get 1 free stock. And just to let you know, we will be doing 3 videos per week on 3 different stocks. So if you have a recommendation, leave a comment below and I'll try to get to it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification button so you don't miss out on any new content. Okay, so today is April 29th, 2021. Let's get into the market today. You could see here the S&P 500 is up 0.35%. The Dow is up 0.28%, and the NASDAQ just actually turned green. It was red most of the day, and it's up 0.01%. And you could see right here around noon, we hit our lows of the day, and we're starting to recover nicely. And this comes from after Biden spoke last night to Congress, and we had Jerome Powell speak yesterday also about inflation. So pretty good recovery here. We saw the lows of the day around noon, and we're recovering nicely. So let's get into what we're going to talk about today. I wanted to talk about Apex Technology, APXT, and I wanted to go over a little bit about what's going on with them and their stock. So let's just see what's going on today, okay? They're currently trading at $10.91 on the day, and if you're asking what is Apex Technology, well, they're a SPAC. I usually don't do SPACs, but today I'm going to make an exception for this one because this is a really good SPAC to get into, and especially at this moment right now. So Apex Technology is merging with AvePoint, and AvePoint is one of the largest independent software vendors of the SaaS solutions to migrate, manage, and protect data in Microsoft 365. Okay, so they're a cloud software company. They're partnered with Microsoft, and they were founded in 2001. Their headquarters are in New Jersey. Their CEO name is TJ Zhang. Okay, and they have 1,400 employees. So let's get into their chart here and see what's going on with the stock at this moment. You could see we hit a 52-week high right here on December 28th of $17.90. So that's almost $18 right there. And ever since then, you saw little ups and downs right here. And we've lost almost half of that value during this correction here. And this correction has been huge on SPACs and other growth stocks because of the inflation scares and all that. So a lot of people are getting and taking their money out of SPACs right now because they are not sure what's going on with them. A lot of these companies do not have any profits. A lot of these companies do not have any projected profits for a couple years. But this company is different, and that's why I wanted to make a video on them. They actually have profits, and they make a lot of money and a lot of revenue. So that's why this is a very good play to get into if you're looking for a nice trade opportunity to make, you could probably make 50% on this really quickly. Because what's happening right now in this company is we are just waiting on a merger to be announced. The date, actually, the merger was announced right here on 11/25/2020, and you could see it was trading around $11 at that point. Once they announced the merger, you see this thing gap right up to $13, okay? So that's how quickly this thing could move. It gapped right up there, almost $2 in one day. Or actually, it actually gapped up. I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong candle. It actually gapped up to about it opened that day on at $14.46. So you saw this thing go from $11 right here where it closed at $10.99. The next day it opened up at $14.46, which was a almost 30% gain right there in one day. Okay, so you can see how quickly this will move once they do announce the date. And a lot of people are kind of scared to get into SPACs right now because they don't know what's happening with these new regulations that's going on. And, you know, you can't blame people like that. So I think once the merger is announced and everything is completed, we will see a lot of big money pour into this company because they are actually profitable and they actually make a lot of money every year. And they have a lot of projected growth coming in the next couple years. They've already been growing and they are not going to stop growing. So this is a good company to get into on the ground floor. I think we reached our bottom right here at $10.50 about. We dropped a little bit below that, but you could see we're at about $11 right now, a little bit below that. And the ground floor on a SPAC is $10, give or take in that area. So you don't have too much downside left on this one. All you have is this upside. And you could see right here, I have this trend line drawn, and it's been in this downtrend for a couple months now, okay? But let's just see how many times it touches off this line right here. Let's count, not counting in this area, but I'm just going to start right here with 1, 2, 3, right here. We'll go with 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 times it has touched off this line trying to break out of this downtrend. So there's an old saying, you know, if you knock on the door long enough, you know, someone's going to open it and this thing is going to bust right through. So it's been knocking on the door for a couple months now of this trend line, trying to break out of this downtrend. And I think once this merger gets announced, the date and everything, that's what's going to propel this thing upwards. And you could see we're, you know, it's getting close right here. You don't have that much time left. And this thing, it's the lowest it could go is $10. So it really can't fall too much more before it breaks out of this downtrend. And I think what's going to happen is we're going to see a huge cup right here. You know, there's the cup and handle pattern that we usually see on charts sometimes. And that's a very bullish pattern. And I think what it's forming right now is half of the cup. And we're going to see this thing, you know, pretty quickly move up. And we're going to have a nice cup formation with, you know, a cup and handle getting back to these all-time highs right up here around $17. And that's going to be my price target for this. Once they do get the merger and everything complete, is going to be around $17 here. So if we look at our supports going down the chart, you could see we had support right in here at about, you know, $13.60, give or take around here. We have that. And our next support was around $12.50, which we lost during the correction. Below that, we have support around $11.42. And right now where we're sitting at support is $11. And that, I think that's a pretty good support that we're sitting at right now. And I think we will hold that, you know, going forward. I don't think it's going to drop any lower than that, but we will see what happens if it does drop below that. I think the lowest it will go is $10.50. I don't think we're going to see $10 anytime before this merger. So, you know, if you want to get in, maybe wait till it trades a little bit lower than it is right now. But right now would be a very good entry point to get into this because you could see all this upside potential right here and not a lot of downside potential left for this one. So if we do trade up to that $17 mark, like I said right here, right around this area, you know, where we saw it trading before this correction. If we get up to that mark, that'll be about 50% gains. And, you know, if we blow past that, you could be possibly doubling your money if this thing makes it up to around the $20 area, which I think it very easily could, given the company's numbers recently and the growth potential of this company. And the fact that they are incorporated with Microsoft, who also saw very good earnings come out this week. So you have a lot of potential with this company, and this would be a very good time to get in on this trade. Another thing to point out here on the chart is the volume. You could see the volume has steadily been declining, and it's recently spiked up a little bit around this area, and that's because they announced a $20 million share purchasing that they're going to be doing, and that's probably going to be completed before the merger. So they're going to be buying back some stock before this merger takes place, and that will also help the growth of the company too. So that's going to be my video on this one. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this, and hit that notification button so you don't miss out on any new videos like this. Okay, and we will see you next time on Chart Stoppers.